Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Music and Beyond. I'm Ernie Crazy Eyes, and tonight I have a special guest, Empty Trail. We got Shane and we got Rick. How you guys doing, man? Guys,
Doing good.
Super
Doing
great.
good.
how's uh how's the quarantine treating y'all?
I don't know. It's definitely getting a little stir crazy, I suppose. Trying to go out and get walks, but I don't know. What about you, Shane?
I kind of feel like, have you ever seen that Bill Murray movie, Groundhog Day, where he just like the same thing keeps happening over and over again?
Oh yeah,
That's basically my life right now. So,
I, man, you ain't wrong though.
but I'm powering through.
Yeah, but I can't wait to you know get back to normal and see you guys perform. I've seen you guys perform with Adelita's Way once, right?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
right.
Okay, cool.
Remember that? That was
I wanted to make sure because I'm like, I think I've seen them before, but I've seen Adelita's Way 10,000 times, so it's kind of like, okay, who did they tour with? But you know, who inspired you guys to pick up the mics and the instruments to be who you are today?
let's see. Me, I think it was probably when I was in seventh grade where I got introduced to Metallica, which I guess most people do get into metal and or hard rock. And then from there on forward, it just became like I want to do that personally. So that was for me.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. And Metallica, you know, for being around for so long, they've been so inspirational these past few decades.
Yeah, most famous metal band, I'd say.
Oh
And
yeah,
they're still doing it. I was listening to that new Metallica album the other day, and it's pretty good.
I need to check that out. How about you, Shane?
I've always kind of been into rock music. I got introduced at an early age. My mom was really into like, Alice in Chains and Nirvana and, Judas Priest and stuff like that. Um, and then I kind of got out of it and got more into, rap and hip hop and stuff. And then I was probably in eighth grade and I started listening to like Seether and 3 Days Grace and stuff like that. And that kind of resonated with me a lot. And then uh, I started playing guitar and was like, got more into songwriting, and now I'm here.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad you guys are here because you guys are amazing, and I love the music. Like I've been listening to you guys for since I discovered you guys at the Adelita's Way show,
Killer.
and I think
Awesome.
Nice.
I kind of feel like I've known you, Rick, for even before the Adelita's Way show.
Did we where I feel like we did meet somewhere, some show somewhere probably.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like I have this thing where I'm everywhere, and when somebody tells me like, "Oh, I know you," I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I know me too."
It's like the thing where you're like nowadays I could be friends with somebody on Facebook for like years but never really meet them in person or really know. And then you have that moment where you're like, "Oh, you're." It's funny how everyone is just so
Connected.
like that's the first, yeah, but it's like the first identity of somebody is like the social media presence. It's not even like our physical presence anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I've had that happen to me several times where you're like, "Hey, you're Ernie." I'm like, "Fuck, who are you?" I
Yeah, like show, like you just gotta wear your profile picture and then you'd be good.
know, right? Yeah, there you
That's
go.
it. Like mutual friends, like there you go.
Yeah,
What about
and
my profile picture though?
Yeah, what is your profile picture right now? It's like a meme,
Uh,
right?
no, it's the Willem Dafoe from The Lighthouse.
Oh yeah, yeah.
nice. And I'm very intrigued with band names and stuff. So when I saw the name Empty Trail, it kind of like excited me because you know I'm a huge nerd with band names. So how did you guys come up with the name Empty Trail if it has a
I
meaning behind it?
yeah, I came up with it a while ago. Um, I don't know. I mean, it came from two perspectives. It came from one where I just thought it kind of explained where I was at in my life at the moment where you just kind of feel like a little lost, and it's funny because I got a song like that too. But
Yeah, it's a good one.
kind of really confused with. I think maybe up to a certain point, I felt like I had a really good idea of, which I think it. Sorry, I think it feels good for all of us when we feel like we have a very distinct path of where we want to go and when things feel right. But then sadly, sometimes we hit this moment where we just everything falls apart kind of. So it kind of came from that in a sad way, but then in a positive light. I just thought the two words together were kind of cool because up to that point, it kind of like didn't make sense, but then at the same time, that's what made it cool. And then I remember Googling it and nothing showed up under the name. And I'm like, that's going to be it, because like nowadays there's just every band name has been thought of. Every band name. Empty Trail, people are probably trying to get that name right now, but they can't have it.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, when people ask me, like, "Hey, what's your name?" and I introduce myself as Crazy Eyes, they're like, "Oh, Orange is the New Black." I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Oh, Mr. Deeds." I'm like, "Nope." Like, I was Crazy Eyes even before Mr. Deeds and way before Orange is the New Black. So sorry.
OG.
It's not.
But I love that, man. Like, and what would be cool is like maybe like a trail of just nothing but emptiness, and maybe add like I don't know, like different things of feeling empty. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
I'm always thinking about band merch and all that stuff, and so yeah, I'm a geek like that.
There's definitely some imagery that comes with the name for sure.
It really does. And what is y'all's writing process?
Usually I'll kind of have a song figured out and I'll bring it to Ram and Shane, and then we'll kind of all produce it in the room and figure out bass lines and drum parts, kind of go through there, and yeah, pretty much like that. What do you think, Shane? Do you agree?
Yeah, more or less, but I think that's good, because you got a good like general idea, and then we can all work and add our different flavors, in the room together. I think it's cool. It's a very organic process.
Yeah, other than when we this might get to another question, but we went out to a producer lately to Los Angeles, and that writing process was completely different for sure.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just like
and you guys have a video for the song Lost, and I've been jamming that song for a few months already now. Can you tell me a little bit more about that song and the idea of how you guys came up with the video?
The video concept was really kind of committed to by Teresa Jolie, who directed the video. The song concept is pretty much kind of like what I was saying about the band name too. Just the feeling of really simply being put, just being really kind of confused with where you're at, at your life, and being kind of not very happy about that, kind of jaded. And I think her symbolism of the lyrics and what was said to Teresa, she thought it would be a cool idea to kind of create this, physical, like maybe you're torturing yourself symbolically, but we're going to actually get somebody to come and, punch you up and torture you, which I think it ended up pretty cool. It was actually a really, really, really damn fun video to film.
Yeah, it looked really fun.
That was a long day.
That was a super long day. It was like 7 all the way till 11. Yeah.
It was like a 16-hour day. It was a full day.
Wow, that's insane.
It's cool. Remember like the smoke bombs?
Yeah.
That was cool. If you're watching the video with like the smoke, I mean, we would be in the room and they would just chuck a smoke bomb, and they would keep the garage closed to kind of create, it to surround the room. But then it would get to the point that we would just all be choking on the smoke and we have to pull it out and run out.
Well, was that the hardest part of doing the video, or was there something harder than that?
damn, there's a lot of stuff. Probably getting like thrown into. No, wait. Getting thrown into the tub
Oh
was
yeah.
interesting. The tub actually wasn't super big, so there was somebody who threw me into it, but you kind of had to get it just right, because if you didn't, you'd hit your head on the ceramic tub, and that's not going to be good. So that was kind of, hey, trust me, I'm not gonna kill you here.
This guy I've never met before ever.
Yeah, luckily we're still here. That was cool. I think I don't know. Do you remember what was something that stood out?
That was it, because I mean, like you said, that was a little bit, because I mean, he was a great dude, but you're like, well, this is a person I've never met before, and he's like, yeah, just trust me, just let me take the, if you do, let me lead, it'll be fine, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, that was.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he did. That was weird. And let me see what else from the video. I don't know. Honestly, the whole video was stressful in a cool way.
Yeah.
Because they're literally torturing you and making it look real. So it was interesting.
I'm definitely gonna have to go back and check out that video so that I can, so now that I know that, I can actually feel y'all's feelings while that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
Just know that for every second of Rick getting tortured, that was like 3 hours of filming.
I liked it.
That's crazy, but thank you for that music video.
I did it for you, man.
Yeah, and I know right now we're in quarantine and all that stuff, so we can't really, go out and about. But do you guys have any new music coming out, or that y'all are working on?
Yeah, we have we have 2 singles that we did with producer Sahaj, the lead singer in the band Raw, where we went out to Los Angeles and worked with him. And those have been kind of developing a plan behind the scenes about releasing them, which should be soon. But for sure what's going to happen is we have another song called Somewhere, which we're just waiting on a mix coming back, done by Kafir Gav, who also mixed My World. And as soon as I get that mix back, which should be in the next week, then we'll release some statement about, when we're going to release it.
That's awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That was pretty funky.
I kind of feel like I'm going to be listening to music forever now. Well, with this quarantine going on, I don't know, it's been crazy. And
yeah, I've taken advantage of that too. I've been jamming a lot more, just sitting down playing guitar more, listening to more music, because it's like just filling the time. It's kind of been cool.
Yeah, definitely. I've been trying to write lyrics down. I'm no like singer or anything, but I kind of have fun with it, and I just kind of like, oh, check this out. What do you think? And like, that could be a song. I'm like, all right, cool. It's never gonna happen.
It's the time to do it,
Yeah.
Got to write the songs, release them now. Everyone's
And I feel like when I saw you guys, like I felt like a huge brotherhood. Like you guys have known each other for a very long time. But how did you guys meet?
We met. I met Ram when I moved to Austin. Pretty shortly after I moved. Ram is also like kind of a session drummer around town, so he would play with a lot of bands. And I saw him with the band called Inch of Dark, and from that moment, I kind of just targeted him. I was just kind of like, I really, I have a band that I want to do, and I really want this guy to be the drummer. Which ended up happening. And then Shane, I found on Facebook. We found you on Facebook. we still talk about it. Just the fact that sending random, not random, but just mass messages, and
it's
then
like just a spam message.
Yeah, sort of in a sense. But we do have pretty good chemistry, I think. We all get along really well.
Yeah.
We're buds.
and it definitely shows on the stage. Like it feels like you guys, you know, have known each other forever.
It feels that way.
It's true.
And what it you know, you guys have been around for a while now. Do you guys have a memorable moment on stage that sticks out?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think they're all memorable.
They're all memorable. They're
They're
all
all memorable.
unique and
They're all
memorable.
special to me.
They're all special in the moment. I don't know. I don't know. Wasn't there like some moment where you just totally dropped the bass line and it was funny?
I remember.
Remember that one time you just completely just messed up and it was really awkward and funny?
Yeah, just that one time. Only that one. No, I remember we were playing at Come and Take It, and your guitar just cut out altogether.
Oh,
Do you remember?
yeah. So
and we played like 3 songs with just me playing the bass and you singing.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, it just basically became a bass, drums, and vocal band at that point because I don't know what happened with my guitar and amp. Who really knows? A lot of things could go wrong, but I just couldn't get it to work. So it just kind of became bass, drums, and vocals towards the end. Just kind of interesting. Anybody who's watching definitely could hear songs in a different perspective and context.
yeah.
And maybe I don't know. That could have been like a good point where people could have been like, you know, that really works. That guitar was really getting in the way.
Maybe.
But now that you took it out, I
That's
dig
a
it.
new direction.
That's true.
It wasn't the Adelitas Way show, was it?
No.
Oh, okay. But
I don't remember which one it was.
that was an amazing show. How you know, how did it feel to be up there with those guys?
Good. I made a little connection with Rick. 2 Ricks, or both Ricks from Adelitas Way, and not that I can really confirm this, but we were talking about possibly doing a tour together in the
Nice.
future. So hopefully when the COVID thing goes away, which honestly in itself is a really weird thing. I wonder how long this is going to continue. You know, I don't even know how to really plan for the future at this point. I don't think anybody really does. It's very uncertain, but well, if it does clear up, we would love to go on tour with Adelitas Way and maybe make something like that work. So,
Dude, trust me, right now that this whole thing's going on, I'm actually shooting interviews to record labels that I know are gonna say no, but I'm just, you know, hey, maybe it'll happen.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
That's 100% of the shots you don't take.
and you had your moment with Rick last year or this year when I was when they were playing a show with Broken and Brave, or when Broken and Brave was playing with them.
Mhm.
He actually interrupted my interview with Broken and Brave, so that was my Rick moment. But
yeah, no, he's a cool guy. He's been really cool to me, honestly.
he saved
So,
my life.
say what?
He saved my life.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
He saved my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Very good.
Yeah, it was crazy. But enough about me. I'm not here for everybody.
No, I'm gonna interview you now.
Oh no.
This is a reverse interview with Empty Trail.
Yeah, there you go. I know you said that you would like to tour with Rick, but is there anybody else that you would like to tour with?
Yeah, I would really love to tour with Dinosaur Pileup. I was also talking to Matt from Dinosaur Pileup. I really would love to get something working with that because obviously a big fan of the kind of 90s type of grunge hard rock style, and I think Empty Trail falls into that to some degree. So I think it would be a really good matchup. I'd love that. That'd be cool. They're a newer band too. Well, not new, but in the grand scheme of all the bands that came before.
Yeah, and see, that's one thing I liked about you guys. Like, you guys bring that '90s vibe back to rock and roll, which is
Classic.
The classic
yeah.
Classic with a twist.
with a twist, with a modern twist.
With an Empty Trail.
Yeah.
And do you guys have any message that you would like to tell your fans right now?
That we love every one of our fans. Greatly appreciate any support that any of you give us. And truly, the fans are what make the band. Totally.
Yeah.
Without the fans, there's no band.
Hmm. And hang tight, and we're going to be coming right to you.
Hang tight, and especially with what's going on in Brazil, we definitely got to get down to Brazil. So there's a fire going on over there in a good way.
Hmm.
Empty Trail's coming for you.
There you go. You better be ready, Brazil, and
Yeah.
And
Say what?
everywhere else.
And everywhere else. Everywhere else.
Yeah.
Outer space. Go to Mars.
That's cool. I think
Jupiter.
playing in space would be nice.
It would definitely be a concert out of this world, if you ask me.
Gravity just totally gets in the way. So
That's like the only thing we could do that Metallica hasn't already done.
that's true.
Hey, is it gonna be like a Simpsons did it?
Yeah, exactly.
Go play in Antarctica. I'm down.
Dude,
Oh, see, that's boring.
shoot a music video in Antarctica.
Say what?
That could be cool. He said shoot a music video in Antarctica with all the penguins.
That's cool.
That'd be dope.
I think it's just crazy enough to work.
I mean, the Simpsons or Metallica haven't done that, so.
That's true. They played in Antarctica, but they didn't film a music video with penguins in Antarctica. Some
It's amazing.
fucking whales or something.
I think we should just film a video in space. Although at that point, I think when we filmed it, no one would believe us. They'd be like, "This is definitely just CGI."
Oh no.
They did it in a studio.
We'd have to prove it somehow, which is it's impossible with too much Photoshop nowadays. You can't prove anything.
Just don't be like Game of Thrones and have a Starbucks cup like. I mean,
Spend millions of dollars just to miss the most obvious thing.
It's like the video would look less fake if we actually, or I mean more fake if we actually did it in space versus if we just had like really, really good CGI. But it's for the moment. It's just for the realism in our own heads.
There you go. That'd be amazing. I'd watch it.
Yeah.
And this is more of a fun question. But if you were stuck in an elevator with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be and what would you talk about?
You first.
Me first? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go off the top of my head here. I want Jimi Hendrix, because when I first started playing guitar, that was my guy, was Jimi Hendrix. You know, so I don't want to talk to him, be like, tell me every fucking crazy story, like I would want to know it all. Probably Kurt Cobain, because again, that's a hugely influential person, and just to kind of get inside his head, I think would be cool. I think he'd have some interesting things to say. And I don't know. I guess probably Sean Morgan from Seether is the last one. I know he's still alive, but there's just like, they're a band that's kind of still here that was hugely influential to me starting out. So I would like to just hang with him and just talk about music and stuff. So I think that's probably good. Jimi Hendrix and Kurt Cobain and Sean Morgan from Seether.
Can you hang out with them all together at the same time?
Oh snap!
That'd be kind of cool. I'd probably, I don't know. First thing came to mind, I would be in an elevator with Dave Mustaine, and I don't know what we talk about. Maybe we talk about Metallica. Is that weird? That's weird.
James Hetfield's a dick.
No, I don't know. We would talk about his business of killing and how it's not good.
I thought it was peace sells, but nobody's buying. So that would mean like the other thing is popular, right?
Maybe we just talk about the COVID. I just say like how it's treating, how's it going? What you got at the grocery store last time? What do you like to eat?
Oh no.
What do you taco or cheeseburger, what would you get? Like the important stuff,
Yeah.
That is too funny. Oh man. I didn't think your answer was gonna go that way, but that's cool. But I also
It was,
like
it was
I also like Shane's answer because I'm a huge Seether fan.
Nice, nice.
well,
They're
what
great.
about you? What about you, Ernie? Who would you want to be in an elevator with?
Oh man, you know what? There's only one band that's asked me that, or maybe two, which is As Strange as Angels and Artifice. But it'll probably either be Vinnie Paul, even though I've already met him. You know, either Vinnie Paul or Stevie Ray Vaughan or Tom Petty.
Those are good
It's good
picks.
choices. Yeah.
Vinny,
Good choices.
I remember running into. I never actually met Vinnie Paul, but I remember being like in Dallas and seeing him for a second. That was actually, I think that was like a month before, unfortunately.
Mm.
But I wish I wouldn't have actually said hi to him. You know.
I actually ran into Vinnie Paul like that too. I'm like, oh my God, you're Vinnie Paul, and he's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, all right, cool. But I'm like, oh yeah, that
That's
was Vinnie Paul.
that's just the best answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you, Trump? No,
No, no.
no, that's not me.
Well,
But
it's just I was reading where they Tony Hawk does a bunch of tweets, where he'll tweet out an experience of meeting a fan, and that he had one like that where he was like, "Person at the cash register, are you Tony Hawk?" Yeah.
I get
No,
that all
you're.
the time.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're not, and he's like, okay,
hey,
you're right.
talking about him, are you guys excited for the remasters?
I did see that. Yeah, that's nostalgia.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
know, I
Definitely
never
excited.
played them.
Well, that's
Never played any
just
of
a
them.
shame. What were you doing
yeah,
during that time period? How were you not playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2?
I mean,
Started playing
I get a
nine.
lot of shit for not watching Star Wars, but come on, bro, play Tony Hawk.
That might be worse, yeah. Dude,
That's
I was a
despicable.
Nintendo guy, so I was playing like Mario Kart probably.
Well, yeah, I mean, Tony Hawk came out on the 64.
Did it?
Did
It's
it?
that
Yeah,
old?
it did. That's right. With the first
Pro Skater 1 and Pro Skater 2 came out for Nintendo 64.
that's right. I don't think I never ever beat number 1. I think I found it too challenging at that age.
I,
But
I don't remember 1. I remember 2, though.
2 is good. I actually really liked 3. But they gypped us on 3. They're not gonna give it to us.
Just gonna remaster the old ones instead of making a new
I mean, that's how everybody's making their money. But I love how we went from music to video games to just
one.
and
Whatever
I like
comes next.
where can we find you guys?
I would say the ideal place would be Instagram. Instagram is where things are kept up with the most. Everything really in Facebook and Twitter is just kind of a repeat of what's going on there. Just because I find it that it's really hard to stay super active on all of them versus just kind of centering around one. But find us
And
on Instagram.
Spotify.
Music on Spotify, of course. Music anywhere, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, anywhere. Deezer. Whoever uses Deezer,
All four of you.
I've never actually used Deezer, but I know that Empty Trails Music is there. So
Yeah. Oh, and I shut up, dogs. Sorry, that's my dogs. They're fighting. But also I'll be adding you guys to the playlist. I have a music playlist of all the musicians that I've interviewed. So, you guys will be added there. It'll be on Apple Music too. So, if anybody wants to listen to music, you can check that out. Did we lose Rick?
I don't know. I don't hear him.
Me either. But that's okay because we're almost done here. Well, we're actually already done. But
We're already done.
thank y'all for listening to my interview with Empty Trail. Would you like to say anything else before we end this podcast interview?
Well, thank you for having us on. I appreciate it. Thank you to anybody who watches, anybody who listens to the music, anybody who digs it. Yeah, and we'll be seeing you.
Oh yeah, and remember everybody, that without music, life would be a mistake.
Deep.